Welcome back to Hannity. So Hillary Clinton continues to push bizarre conspiracy theories about why she lost the election. And now it seems some members of the Destroy Trump media have also had it with Clinton's blame game after they colluded with her. Anyway, take a look.
Hillary Clinton relitigating the election results. Donald Trump, again, still calling her crooked. And the American public stuck in the middle of it and sick of all of it. Clinton's latest public appearance came with another round of who's to blame.
Comey was more than happy to talk about my emails, but he wouldn't talk about investigation of the Russians.
What do we make of this? Besides the fact that the 2016 campaign apparently will never end.
She's drawing a conspiracy theory. She doesn't have the evidence, but she is obviously hoping that this is that Robert Mueller and what the congressional committees could do. She's also not blaming herself.
Joining us now with reactions, psychology expert, radio talk show host Dr. Gina Loudon, and former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski. All right, let's first, Dr. Loudon, put on the side of the screen the entire list. I mean, she blames anything and everything but herself. I guess I have to rely on you analyzing somebody that cannot accept reality.
She's like central casting, Sean, for an elitist narcissist. If anybody's looking for an actor, she could certainly use another career. But it's just like Donald Trump Jr. tweeted, Sean, nobody should be surprised here. This is the same person who took no blame for Benghazi, who took no blame for an illegal server. I can't believe that we would for a moment have expected her to give a big mea culpa for her miserable performance in an election.
Yeah, good point. You know what? Let me play like the top 8, and Corey, and then Dr. Loudon will get your reaction. This is like our top 8 excuses. What's this?
Comey was more than happy to talk about my emails, but he wouldn't talk about investigation of the Russians. You had Citizens United come to its full fruition. If you look at Facebook, the vast majority of the news items posted were fake. They were connected to, as we now know, the 1,000 Russian agents who were involved in delivering those messages. They were connected to the bots that are just out of control. I inherit nothing from the Democratic Party.
What do you mean nothing?
I mean, it was bankrupt. It was on the verge of insolvency. Its data was mediocre to poor. The Russians ran an extensive information war campaign against my campaign to influence voters in the election. I certainly have never said I ran perfect campaigns, but I don't know who is or did. And at some point, it sort of bleeds over into misogyny.
You know, Corey, could it just be she was a horrible candidate with a horrible message that didn't have any warmth, and that the American people saw was a chronic liar? I mean, could that possibly be the real reason?
Sean, it's very simple. She doesn't know how to find Wisconsin on a map. She couldn't find Ohio on a map. She couldn't go to Pennsylvania. She didn't go to Iowa. She hasn't been to Michigan. She lost North Carolina. She lost in Florida. Look, this is very simple. She's bad at geography. She doesn't know how to campaign. You know, she wants to continue to campaign and raise money in California and Massachusetts and Vermont. Good for her. That's not how you win an election. She can blame everybody she wants. The bottom line is her friend, her president, Barack Obama, oversaw the Democratic National Committee for 8 years, raised enormous amounts of money. She inherited what was supposed to be an amazing operation. Just think back 4 years ago. They blamed the ORCA program, which was Mitt Romney's data program, as a complete failure. Hillary Clinton, she received every single luxury that an incumbent president would have had in a re-election effort, and she still lost.
Yeah. All right, I got a question of a personal nature for you, Corey. I keep reading you might be going into the White House. Any truth to that?
You know, Sean, I've said many, many times I want to help the president move his agenda forward. And what that looks like is, you know, either doing it from the outside or the inside.
I've known you for a long time. That is such a dodge. That is you don't want to.
I can't tell you. Look, that's what I do.
You're just dodging me.
Gina, tell him. Tell him that's what I do, Gina. Tell him.
Oh, Gina, you want Gina to do?
It's a dodge.
Gina, can you answer the question for him, please? Look, we're all friends. I understand if you can't talk about it.
I think that all of America will celebrate if Corey is part of that team. I can tell you that much. We loved the things Corey did when he was there, and I certainly think that the president could always benefit from Corey. But, you know, here's the thing. That dodging right there, that's what Hillary is masterful at, and these are the symptoms of a narcissist. Now, everybody knows it's impossible to actually diagnose someone. Speaking of Hillary, not Corey, of course, everyone knows it's impossible to diagnose someone without seeing them clinically, Sean, but this is the same person who called her own party easily manipulated and stupid. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what and this is a sign of a narcissist that they tend to blame externally those closest to them. Would you treat the DNC this way if they had rigged a primary for you, like the DNC rigged a primary for her?
It's just everything with her is backwards. All right, well, guys, I appreciate it. And, Corey, you did a really good job. I remember when it was you, Hope Hicks, and the president for a long time. And you guys were traveling all over the place. So.
I remember that, too.
And we won, Sean, and we won.
And you won, absolutely. Thank God she didn't. Coming up.